the minutes of August 9th. Following that, at 6:35, we have a public hearing for a special permit at 179 Main Street for Verizon Wireless. It's requesting a special permit to allow for the installation of a small antenna and associated equipment on an existing utility pole. Following that, we'll have the town planner update, then old and new business, then adjournment. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the minutes of August 9th?
Mm-hmm. We have.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
I don't have any.
Okay. So we only have two of us here now that were at that, so I guess we'd need to have Sue to vote on that, right?
You
Yes.
probably, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll hold off on that, I guess. And then, I guess we'll wait for at least 6:35, because the clerk will read the announcement to open the public hearing.
We do old business and new business.
So then, yeah, we could do that. For the town plan update, the only thing we do have is our next meeting date will be September 13th, and I'm sure we'll get more information on what will be on that agenda. I think that we do have some ongoing things that we can count on being there. And how about old and new business? Dane, do you have any old or new business?
I do not.
Wally?
Regarding the trust, we'll discuss that. The town administrator, Kim, is looking for people to represent in the committee.
Right, yeah, because of the new, Affordable Housing Trust Committee that we have, the Board of Selectmen will be appointing the trustees, and there needs to be one member from the planning board. And I believe there's, I gave the email I sent out on it, had also, I think, the CPA, the Community Preservation Committee has one, and some others. And then there'll be three at large that Robin Grimm, the town administrator, will be appointing. So we do need one representative from the planning board, and Wally is on the Housing Partnership Committee, so I would think that that would be a good choice if you're interested in serving.
Yeah, I am interested, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And we can discuss it briefly when Sue gets here, and if not, I don't think we even need to really have a vote, and I could just recommend, if we all agree, that you be the one that the Board of Selectmen would appoint from the planning board to be on the Affordable Housing Trust.
Agreed.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You're the right man for the job.
Yeah. Hope so.
You get the expertise in the housing wheelhouse.
Yeah. I've lived in one.
Qualified. All right, so we're still a couple minutes from the 6:35 posted time.
Yeah. And actually, we won't be able to really, well, we can wait for Sue to get here to actually read the public notice. We just can't open it before that. Did you have anything for old new business?
I have nothing, no.
Anything you want to be caught up on since you've been away?
We have a new town administrator,
We do.
is that correct?
Yeah, Robin Grimm.
When was she hired?
Well, she came
It's
on
been-
board, what, 2-3 months ago, 2 months ago?
Okay,
I
so
think a couple months ago, yeah.
So I did miss it, all right,
Yeah.
Yeah, you were gone when it happened.
off the meter.
I'm not sure that I have yet. But she's very highly qualified.
She has, she's had some good
She is, all
experience.
right. Where's she coming from?
Well, she lives in Rhode Island. She actually, I think she was in Stoneham the last time as a town manager there, and decided this was an opportunity of a community of the size she would like to work with in a more rural community. And so she applied and was able to get the job. So I mentioned earlier to one of the representatives here that, Gina and I have had a little discussion that when this, concept of having the antennas on the individual poles came in, the town did decide to treat it as a regular special permit kind of a thing. But the impact they have is relatively small, so I think Gina's going to be looking at changing the bylaws so that they could be done just with a hearing, or a meeting with the planning board, make sure everything's all right, and not have a public hearing and so forth. So, welcome.
Apologize.
Oh, no problem at all. Good thing Wally had your cell phone, so I can give you a call.
Thank you, Wally.
You're welcome, sir.
And the timing is perfect, because
See?
we have just about 6:35, so if you'd like to read the public hearing notice.
I would love to. but I don't have it. In accordance with the provisions of Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 40A, Section 11, the Planning Board will hold a public hearing at the Sturbridge Center Office Building, 301 Main Street, Sturbridge, Massachusetts, on Tuesday, August 23rd at 6:35 PM on the applicant of Celco Partnership DBA Verizon Wireless, 15 Chestnut Street, Worcester, Mass. 01609. The applicant requests site plan approval and a special permit in accordance with the Article, here we go again.
19?
19?
Yes.
And Article 9 of the zoning bylaw to allow for the installation of a small antenna and associated equipment on an existing utility pole in the public right-of-way near 179 Main Street. A copy of the site plan application can be inspected on the Sturbridge Town website at www.sturbridge.gov/planning-board/pages/recent-filings. Or arrangements can be made to view the application packet by contacting the Sturbridge Planning Department at 508-347-2508 or by email at jlacy@sturbridge.gov. Any person interested or wishing to be heard on this proposal should appear at the time and place designated. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation is being provided to the public, the meeting hearing will not be suspended or terminated if technical problems interrupt the virtual broadcast unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public who wish to participate remotely may listen or watch the meeting online via the town's on-demand video broadcast or via cable television on Channel 191. Specific information and general guidelines for remote participation can also be found at the town's website.
Very good, thank you very much. Would you like to introduce yourselves and explain what the application is for?
Yes, thank you. Good evening. My name is Paula Foley. I'm a network real estate consultant with Verizon Wireless, and this is Stan Yusevich from Verizon Government Affairs.
Exactly.
As you noted, we're here to present a proposal to attach small cell equipment to an existing utility pole in the public right-of-way near 179 Main Street. This is an existing utility pole that's jointly owned by Verizon and National Grid. The purpose of the equipment is to provide improved service capacity and coverage in the immediate area around the utility pole. The equipment will consist of one small antenna. It's about 35 inches in height, 14 inches in diameter, that will be placed on the top of the utility pole. So it will look like an extension of the utility pole. And then lower down on the side of the pole will be an electric meter and a remote radio unit. So we're happy to answer any questions you may have regarding this facility. And thank you again for having us.
Very good. And I believe that some photographs of typical installations were sent out, so everyone has that as well. Dane, do you have any questions or comments?
I do not.
Wally?
No, I don't, no.
No questions?
What is the radius of the amplified or enhanced
The coverage area?
Yeah.
For these types of antennas, it's a very limited coverage area. It really is only about a third of a mile to a half a mile around the antenna itself. These small antennas are designed to serve just specific areas that are not adequately served by cell towers or other devices. They're really more along the lines of a booster type of antenna to fill coverage gaps.
And is right now, is that particular antenna the only location that you have on your radar, for lack of a better term?
Yes, that's on our current radar, yes. Although our engineers have been looking at a number of other locations in the town, this is the only location that we've identified needs immediate, to be addressed immediately. In the future, we may come back before the board with some other proposals, but there's nothing in the pipeline, so to speak.
And Charlie, you said Gene is contemplating a change in the bylaw?
Right, it's just so that we wouldn't have to go through
Yeah,
the process of a public
Okay.
hearing, because it's pretty straightforward. I mean, they are pretty much associated directly with that one pole. If something came in before that was done, then obviously we'd have to schedule another public hearing, and you might want to do multiple sites at that point. But down the road, I know other communities have done these, if not by right, at least by just approval of the local board without a public hearing.
Right. Palmer is a good example.
Right.
I have no further questions.
Okay, great. So with this is a public hearing, we have nobody here, so I guess we won't have any public input from that. So I guess what I'd like to do then is have a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second? Okay, any discussion? All in favor? Opposed, none? So what we need then is a motion to approve the special permit and the site plan as submitted.
I'd like to make that motion.
Second that.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, no one. Very good, thank you.
Great,
While
thank
you're here, is there anything you'd like to bring us up to date on Verizon or anything else going on? Appreciate you coming in.
Not really. I know that, there's a lot of activity in Verizon currently with 5G as well as other broadband issues. And typically, I don't cover this area. It's covered by Ellen Cummings, and I'm filling in for her. She is out on leave and just about coming back.
Good.
So you won't see me again, and that's...
Well, thank you for coming in. It's amazing.
Well, a neighbor, or not a neighbor, but a fellow Salemite comes up here often, Michael Harrington, who owns...
Oh, sure, we know Michael well.
Yeah,
Very good.
so,
Great.
anyway, thank you.
Thank you. We'll have that all signed up and sent out, so.
Perfect.
Great.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, so we had started to approve the minutes of August 9th, but then I realized we didn't have a quorum to vote the approval without you. So, do you have any problems with the?
No, I do
minutes?
not.
Okay, so then a motion then to approve the minutes of August 9th as submitted?
So moved?
Second?
Any other discussion? All in favor?
I'm abstaining.
And two abstains. Very good. The other thing we were talking about, I don't know if you got the email I sent out about the Affordable Housing Trust Committee? Okay. We now have the, bylaw for an affordable housing trust, so a committee will be set up who will really be making the decisions on borrowing and using the funds that come into the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. And we need to have one representative from the planning board. Robin has sent out an email just asking us to consider who would we recommend to do it. There'll also be one from other committees, and I think there'll be 3 people appointed by the town administrator, and the appointments will be by the Board of Selectmen. So Wally is on the Housing Partnership Committee, so we thought it would be a good idea to have him be our representative.
If he's comfortable with that.
I am. Thank you for considering me.
So I don't think we really need a motion, but if everyone agrees, what I'll do is I'll let Robin know that the board would like to recommend Wally to serve for the planning board. Great, okay.
Thank you.
And I don't think we had anything else. The next meeting will be September 13th, I believe. Was there anything else, any old business you want to bring up? Okay. I think we're ready to have a motion to adjourn then.
So moved.
Seconded.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Great. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Okay.